have put 7 billion shillings from the Civil Contingency Fund as an intervention. We have also tried to help the counties, not directly, because it's important that we clarify. Through the Division of Revenue Bill, we share monies with the county governments. They take a certain percentage, the national government retains the other percentage. From their shareable revenue, last week, we released 10 billion shillings to the counties as part of their shareable revenue, and we are requesting them to consider applying some of that money for El Nino interventions. This week, we shall again release another 10 billion to the counties, not specifically for El Nino, but as part of their shareable revenue. And we are requesting governors to apply their minds and see what they can do with that money, what they can reallocate to save lives. And I want to take this opportunity when I'm in Kwale, not because the governor is here, but because her and her government have intervened proactively for the people of Kwale. She has used funds to save lives, and I'm requesting other governors to follow suit, because it's responsible governance to consider what your people are going through, the resources at your disposal, and make a conscious decision to apply some of that money to save lives and livelihoods, and other things can wait when things get better. And that is an appeal we continue making. Again, I want to ask the county governments to continue unblocking drainage systems. And I again want to thank the governor of Kwale, the governor of Nairobi, the governor of Uasin Gishu, the governor of Nakuru. They did a fantastic job. And that is why you see Nairobi, despite the ravaging floods, we are not having a situation that is unbearable. I want to ask the county governments again to continue unblocking the drainage system so that water can flow and it doesn't become a danger to the residents of those areas. So we have sat down yesterday to plan, and we ask the cooperation of everybody so that we can save lives and livelihoods, and we can be able to go through this difficult phase of El Nino without loss of life and without too much damage to property. That is something that we'll continue to do continuously. The affordable housing is one of the most thoughtful strategies of our administration. One, to dignify people. Shelter is a constitutional requirement. We want Kenyans to have shelter. And not just shelter, but dignified shelter with proper sanitation so that people can be dignified. Number two, that strategy, and we need your support, is also to create employment for our young people. I am aware that people have gone to court to try to suspend the housing levy and to sabotage the housing program. Much as we respect the independence of the judiciary, I want to request our judges to exercise judicial discretion and not sabotage that program. We have thousands of young people today who are now engaged in a housing program. That program will dignify the people of Kenya. It is the desire of every Kenyan who live in an urban center to own a home one day. And all of you here, that is your desire. Anybody who left the village for the urban to be an urbanite would want to own a home. Nobody wants to continue paying rent. That program enables Kenyans to own a home in an affordable manner. I appeal to our judicial officers not to allow themselves to sabotage that program. It's a good program. Already we have many young men and women who are working on these construction sites. The Governor Kwale here has said what they are looking forward to, and it's a good program. We want to ask the planners to support that program I think PS Hinga will be coming here. We'll ask him to come and share the whole plan with you so that you are part of that process. So that even as we are putting up the houses, we have the requisite supporting infrastructure in terms of social amenities, schools, churches, playing fields, roads, water, sanitation, and it is you people to help us in that aspect so that we plan properly. Our administration, led by Dr. William Ruto and those of us who help him in the management of the affairs of this country, adhere to the maxim that failing to plan is planning to fail. That we are there, we are on board. And our administration is anchored on planning. And we used to say during the campaign trail, kujipanga. Kujipanga is planning. Our whole governance structure as an administration is on planning at any level, at the family level, at the hustlers level, at your level, at every level. Planning is key, is critical. Planning is a key and critical component of our development as a country. All the things that have gone wrong in this country is lack of good planning. The situation we face today of a huge public debt is lack of good planning. Billions of Kenya shillings spent on legacy projects that are not well planned for the benefit of the country. The situation we are having in El Nino is because of lack of proper infrastructural planning. Poor drainage systems in our cities. So this convention is being held at the right time. That planning is key. The counties are in charge of urban centers and towns and municipalities and cities. We have agreed that during the next meeting of IBEC, which I chair with the county governors, we'll invite the institute to come and make a 30-minute presentation before governors so that you persuade them and convince them, first and foremost, the importance of planning, and secondly, and most significantly, to have professional planners working for them. And I think our governors are level-headed. I think they'll see reason. And at least the governor of Kwale here has said they don't have a choice. So I'm sure before you leave here, she'll tell you the slots you need for planners in this county so that you come and help her to govern. You know, ourselves, we are not professionals in the line of planning. We are managers. But we need professional help to plan. So the importance of your institute in this country cannot be overemphasized. So we have agreed and we are persuaded, and we don't need any further convincing that we need to embrace you to be our partners in national development. We want all cities, all urban centers to be properly planned. Let us not have haphazard developments that have no supporting infrastructure. It is you people to help us to do away with the traffic jam. It is you people to make sure that there are social amenities. Buildings don't just come up and there are no playing grounds for our children. There is no supportive sanitary and sewage system. So I want to say that this convention is very appropriate, and we are happy to be here, and we seek your partnership in that area.